really hot.
They're smoky.
Hi guys, I'm Kendra Sutherland. Welcome to this week's episode of Holy Ones. I have the amazing volunteer, Charlotte Tyree. Hi Charlotte, how are you doing?
Doing great, glad to be here.
Good, I'm glad to have you here. Are you excited to try these wings?
Yes, maybe. I like hot sauce, so we'll see.
Okay, I have like mixed feelings, so we'll try it out. Okay, so
this is a big one, you got a small one.
This is barbecue sauce, the honey hot.
That's good.
That is really good. So our first question for Charlotte is, what is your testimony?
I was 8 years old when I accepted Jesus, and I was baptized at 8. Grew up in a Christian home, but it wasn't until probably high school that I really dug deep into my faith. And then in college, I went to PCC, which was a Christian college, and was surrounded by Christian people that just poured into me there. Then graduated Pensacola Christian College, went to Providence in Franklin, Kentucky, and a pastor there, Steve Curtis, poured into me, and that's where I met Eric. Was through a blind date that some of our mutual friends there put together. So,
Well, that leads us into our next question, which actually you kind of covered a little bit. My next question was, how did you meet Eric and how long have you guys been married? And this is the habanero mango.
that's spicier. Mango is good. So I had been praying for about a year for a godly man to enter and for the Lord to just lead me and help me to be content in that time of waiting. And some mutual friends had come up to me and asked if they could give my number to this guy they knew who they worked with. And I was like, well, sure, I guess. They're like, he will be perfect for you. I was like, okay. And he called me the next day or so and asked if I wanted to go skydiving or horseback riding. And I was like, terrified of heights, never ridden a horse though. But we ended up going out to eat and walking the Opryland Hotel with the lights and stuff. And so it was very sweet and romantic. And he quoted the entire Princess Bride movie for me with all the voices, and it was just so sweet. And while we were out to eat, I asked him all these questions that I had been praying over on this godly man that I wanted, and he answered them all, and I was like, this is him. And then the rest is history.
Oh, so how long have you guys been married now?
It'll be 20 years this December.
Oh, that's sweet. Okay, so moving on to our next one. This is the original, the original habanero extra hot.
That's spicy and good.
It's good, yeah.
It is good.
It's really not that bad. Wait.
The heat starts to.
Yep. There we go. I feel a little bit. So did you attend youth group growing up?
Oh, yes.
What is your favorite memory in youth group?
It wasn't until I was like 15 that I met one of my best friends, which was through our youth group at church. And she's been my best friend since. And that's probably the best memory I have, is us growing up through youth group together and growing in the Lord and making friends. That was probably the best memory I have.
I think that is usually the best part about youth group, is just like finding those friends that you can connect with.
Yeah.
And like, it's cool to see, like even now I have friends that like, we've been friends for over 10 years and we met in youth group. So that's always cool.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the last wing. Charlotte's gonna be doing the truffle hot sauce and I'll be doing the pineapple habanero, which I was kind of excited about this one.
That one's really hot.
Is it really?
It tastes yummy, but it's very hot. My lips are kind of burning.
Is it worse than the extra hot?
I don't know about the extra hot. This is making my lips burn and my tongue.
And my last question for you is, which is better, a cat or dog, and why is it dog?
Cats or dogs? I don't know. We have both. Cats and dogs. No, cats and one dog. I like dogs because they're very loyal. Cats are more finicky. And
That's
they only
true.
want you when they need something or want something
True.
from you.
That's true.
Dogs are very loyal, they're very fun, they're very friendly, and they're extremely cute. So I'd probably
always
go
a
with
win-win.
puppies and dogs.
I think so too. Well, thank you for coming and enjoying these holy hot wings with me. They were really good, but now like that one kind of got me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It was really good getting to talk with you, Charlotte. Thank you.
In John chapter 5, Jesus was called the great physician, and today with us I have the great magician himself, Mr. Eric Tyree.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. So as we jump in today, what's your hot sauce tolerance like, buddy?
I don't eat hot things.
Not at all?
I ate a Polo Loco one time in a Mexican restaurant, crazy chicken.
Oh.
I was done.
You were
I was
done after that?
Yeah, hot sauce tolerance, I would just stay at a 0.
All right, well, we're gonna push that limit a little bit today.
Just a little.
Let's go for the first wing, shall we?
Okay, left to right.
Left to right, yep.
Okay.
So as you're eating here, what's your testimony?
Well, my testimony is I grew up in a church that put a lot of emphasis on baptism. And I got baptized when I was 16 because I was in youth group and I was eating some pizza and they had got me up to read the Bible in front of the church. And then you didn't do that in this church. It's like, oh, we didn't know you weren't baptized. And so he said, why haven't you been baptized? And I said, well, I don't know, just never done it. He's like, you want to? And I said, I guess. And so I took a really bad bath. That's all it was. Because I had an emotional attachment to Jesus, but I didn't have a personal relationship. I
Right.
had never surrendered my life to Christ. So, and I lived with that for 10 years until I met my wife and saw something in her that was different. And I knew that, I got baptized, but that wasn't a life-changing thing. And so I got saved one night on the way home, met somebody on the road. It wasn't a pedestrian, it wasn't another car, it was Jesus. And I said yes to Jesus. And after that, I got baptized again.
That's
But I
awesome.
got baptized because I knew who my Savior was.
That's fantastic. Let's go for our second wing.
Number 2. Is this the earthy one? No,
That's
we're
the
not
next
there
one.
yet?
I think this is the mango one.
Mango's good. This is habanero.
Well, I think so. This is mango. Oh yeah, habanero. I was like, this says pepper. Like that's very basic. So how long have you been at Grace Park?
We started in Grace Park probably 10 years ago. 10 years ago, we left our old church. And as soon as we came in, we were serving in our old church, doing youth ministry and children's ministry both. We did that for 10 years. And then we came to Grace Park, and right away, they were like, you want to work in children? We said, yeah, sure. And so we jumped right into children's ministry and doing that. And we did that for several years. And then we had some things shift, and then we started working with the youth, and I really loved it. So for 20 years, we've been in ministry. And
Wow.
it was never anything we looked for. It was just like, it just happened. So just volunteer status, we just jumped in there and did stuff, and I've loved it.
So what jumped out to you about the youth?
Probably my kids are that age.
That'll do it.
Yeah, because when my kids were little, we were doing children's stuff, and I was like, oh, well, my kids are in it. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, wow, I've got a kid that's fixing to go into the youth group, and now he's graduated, so it's been 4 years.
That's right.
It's amazing how fast things happen, but we
Shout
got a
out our
short,
director,
yeah,
our fearless leader.
we got a short window of opportunity, to impact high school kids. They start high school and then they're graduated and they're gone.
For
And
sure.
it's fast.
Yeah, it's a quick turnaround. So I have, let's go on to our next wing. Now this one is the earthy one. This one's the one that I'm kind of a little about.
Okay. Earthy.
It's not that bad.
That's different.
It is different.
I like it.
So, if you could be any fictional character of all time, who would you be?
It's like anybody,
Just anybody, doesn't matter.
like superheroes, any
Yep.
cartoons.
Just any fictional character.
That's a different kind of question. I really don't know. All questions must be submitted in writing. I don't.
All right.
Fictional character. I grew up watching Andy Griffith. I'd love to be a character on Andy Griffith. I think that would be cool.
That's
They were
awesome.
fictional characters.
All right, so let's go for our final wing here.
Extra.
Yeah.
Extra special.
Yep, we're gonna add it on. I'm gonna go through and just add as much as what I can. There
So
you go,
just-
my good sir.
Just dab it on.
Just as much as you want, as little as you want, it's up to you.
Okay.
All right, so for your last question, well, let's take a bite first and then.
Oh gosh. All right.
How was that? Was that all right?
They're smoky.
So for your last question, I need you to explain a picture that I found of you. Can you explain what's going on in this picture for me?
Did you dig that up? Well, that was me rehearsing magic. I found these goggles and I had a monkey, this stuffed monkey with ears, and I ripped the ears off the monkey and I glued them to these goggles, and I had a pig nose, and I was making it. It was just like a craft project. So I was doing some kind of card trick where I would smell the card and I would hear the card and see the card, and it never came to fruition, but that was just me practicing and what it would look like. So yeah, that's probably like the most embarrassing picture I have on my Facebook reel.
I dug real deep.
I bet you did.
I dug really deep. All right, well, you survived.
I survived.
How do you feel?
I feel the vapor.
You feel the vapors? And you
But it
did
was
it
good.
without any ice cream or water. You
Yeah.
you toughed it out.
I feel like I could do a little hotter actually, and I feel like I could.
You hear that? Eric Tyree, the great magician, part 2, coming soon.
Ah,
Well, alrighty, thank
Don't
you for
touch
your
my
time
face.
today, and we will
Thank
see
you.
you potentially next time. Y'all have a good
Thanks.
one. We'll see you back here in a couple of weeks. Cut.